نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So yesterday we started Surah Aadiyat and we did the first 5 ayahs, which were all the oaths, 5 oaths that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took. Now, anybody volunteer to summarize? Yes, Miral?
Summarize say the last lines.
Yeah, summarize the 5 ayahs. What was the oath about?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't.
Can you? That's all right. Okay, anybody else can do that? Maybe she's. I didn't hear from she's.
Assalamualaikum. Sorry I'm late. My computer was installing something.
Okay, no worries.
Should I just say the meanings of the ayahs or?
Okay, go ahead. Say the meanings.
So the first one was by the racers. Wait. Oh, I don't have. I just wrote it word to word. I didn't write it in full sentences.
Okay, you can even summarize for me, just like we did yesterday, that those were the horses Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took oath of. Okay, which horses? What were those horses doing? So even if you can just simply tell me that.
So on the first ayah, it was saying the horses were panting. The second one, with the hooves of their with the hooves, they were creating sparks.
Awesome.
And the third ayah, it was saying that
they attack in the morning.
Yeah, they and at the dawn, and then there's dust all around, at the and then it says then it penetrates in the center with it collectively.
That's right. That's cool. Very nice. So the point here is that Allah is creating, just like we say, a scene of a war. So it's capturing a scene. So that scene can go right in front of your eyes. And just like I said yesterday, that's how the storytelling used to be. Sometimes you start reading a story and it starts off with at a point where it's extremely inquisitive, like you're like, okay, what happened next? So the story starts off with somewhere in the middle of the plot, right? And that's how the interest really reaches the peak. So that's how the surah starts, with a scene of a war, talking about horses who are ready and they're like panting. Why are they panting? Because they're running fast. Then they're running so fast that it's creating a spark with their horseshoe. It's the scene. When did that happen? Right in the morning. So, people can imagine. And then next, okay, what else? And they were running like so fast that it was dust all over. And right at that time, they attacked all of them. And that's where everybody's attention is towards the story. And now people are thinking, okay, what happened next? And that's where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grabbed the attention and then changed the scene and talked about something way more important than the story of horses going to the war. Okay, so we will start doing the translation of ayah number 6 now. And then we will talk about, probably we'll do 6 and 7 and 8. And then we'll talk about the relationship between horses and these ayahs. Okay, and let's see how much did you understand. So keep your focus So because I'm going to come up with this question that how is this even related with horses? Okay, so keep this thing in mind and keep thinking because I'm going to come back to this question. Okay. All right, let's start. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. As yesterday, I'm not going to write down word to word. I'm only going to write down the sentence. So hopefully you should be able to write down the word to word. And once the word to word is done, I'm going to write down the sentence right here. Okay. Inna means indeed. Inna, indeed. Al-insan, what does that mean?
The mankind?
The
The
mankind.
humans?
Mankind, human, anything is fine. So, inna, indeed, al-insan, the mankind, li rabbihi. What does that mean?
His Lord? To his Lord?
My Lord?
No, not my. Why not my? If it would have been my, it would have been Rabbi. Since it's Rabbihi, it is his Lord. So, li rabbihi, to his Lord. Lakanud, surely ungrateful. Again, inna, indeed, al-insan, the mankind, li rabbihi, to his Lord, lakanud, is surely ungrateful. Inna, indeed, al-insan, the mankind, li rabbihi, to his Lord, lakanud, is surely ungrateful. Next ayah. Wa innahu, and indeed he. Ala, on. Dhalika, that. La shaheed is surely a witness. Wa innahu, and indeed he, ala, on, dhalika, that, la shaheed is surely a witness. Wa innahu, and indeed he, ala, on, dhalika, that, la shaheed is surely a witness. Cool? Okay, I'm not hearing anything, so that means it's good.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, wa innahu, and indeed he, li hubbi, hub means love, li hubbi, in the love, Al-khair, wealth. La shadid is surely intense. And indeed, he is surely intense in the love of wealth. وَإِنَّهُ, and indeed he, لِحُبِّ, in the love of, al-khair, wealth, la-shadid, is surely intense. وَإِنَّهُ, and indeed he, لِحُبِّ, in the love of, al-khair, the wealth, la-shadid, is surely intense. Got it?
No, can you repeat the sentence again, please?
Sentence is right here.
No, the word to word.
The word to word, okay. وَإِنَّهُ, and indeed he. It's coming right here, right? It's right here, same. Li hubbi. Li is for, hubbi means love. For the love. And add off as well, okay? Hub means love. Li hubbi, for the love. Al-khair, of wealth. La shadid, and shadid is the word that we even, use, like it's shadid means intense, too much. Sometimes we use the word like for hard as well, extremely hard.
So shadid means hard.
Intense, yeah, intense
okay.
would be more appropriate for this. Now got it?
Almost done.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Now, coming back to the point that we were talking about, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created this imagery, this scene of horses going to fight, why would the horses go to fight? Yes, Zara?
Because they love their masters.
Yes, yeah, go ahead. Just slightly loudly, please.
Because they love their masters.
They love their masters, and their masters, they order them, right?
Yeah.
So
they charge them to them.
What do their masters do? So they go ahead and do that. How do they know?
Food, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, how does a horse know that this is the master? Yes, Miral?
I'd like to say this.
Okay, Ahmed.
The horse would go to war because the master said so.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
fine.
correct?
Yeah, that's what Zara said. But what does the master do? So that's why,
I know.
the horse just agrees to it.
I know.
Okay.
So what would the master to become the master?
Okay. Guys, either be on separate computers or don't play with this mute unmute, okay?
I didn't mean to. The master would have to try riding the horse and continuously do that until the horse starts warming up to him. Then the master would actually become the master.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Yes, Zara?
the master would like love and like care for them and give them
Mhm.
food. So then
Yeah,
like
yeah,
and ride on them. So then the horses would gain their trust and know, oh, this is my master. The same as owning a pet. When you get them new, they don't know where they are. But then as you
yeah.
slowly bond to them, they know, oh, okay, this is my owner.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So the masters, they provide for them, they take care of them, they train them, kind of educate them, right? They provide them all those things. And then the horses know that, okay, that's my master. And now I can do anything to please my master. But then Allah brings attention to the humans. What do humans do? Who's our master?
Allah
Allah
subhanahu wa ta'ala.
subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our master, right? We are nothing, but I think we started by when we started Surah Fatiha, we said, we are nothing but slaves of Allah. That is our main designation. That is our main identity as slaves of Allah, right? So we being slaves of Allah means Allah is our master. But what do humans do as compared to what horses do? Miral? Zara?
Horses obey their master and we obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Okay. Yes. So we should be obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's right. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying what here? As compared to what horses are. Why do horses, they obey their masters? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created them that way. They are created to obey their masters and they do that. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us choice. But Allah provided us everything. Just like a master of a horse provides everything to the horse, and then in return, the horse becomes so obedient that he or she is even ready to give their life. They do whatever the master says. On top of that, for us humans, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not only just provides us, He's also created us. We did not create horses. Allah created them, right? So we are not their creators. We only provide them. Yani humans only provide them, or their masters only provide for them. As compared to that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not only provides us, takes care of us, He created us. So of anything, Allah has more right on us than any master has a right on their horses, right? Okay, so, but Allah says what? Humans are extremely ungrateful. They are not grateful to their Lord, to Allah. And then to emphasize this fact, Allah is not saying that, okay, yeah, this is the reason why you're not grateful to me. And this is this, that what you do. And that's why you're not grateful to me. Allah says, and indeed, He is surely a witness on that means you are ungrateful to me and you know it. Don't ask me. You know it. You are a witness. You are a shaheed on that. You know it. How are you ungrateful? I don't need to tell you. Allah does not need to tell us because we ourselves are witness to that. When is somebody a witness to something? When they see that happening, right?
Yeah, when they're like right there in the situation.
In the situation. And this does not mean that the ungratefulness of humans just happens sometimes. When something happens occasionally, that means it may or may not have a witness, right? Something happened once in a while, people may not remember, people may not see. But when they are a witness on something, that simply means that it happens a lot. Now, how are we ungrateful? Yes, Zara?
Like some people don't pray and some people don't like thank Allah for what he does for us. Some people don't even read the Quran, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, these are the forms of ibadat, and that's very good. These are also part of what being obedient to Allah is. But remember, Allah's worship, I always emphasize this. I have said this multiple times. I'm going to say that again. Allah's worship is not just praying and fasting and reading Quran. Allah's worship is in every aspect of our life. It's even in our getting up in the morning, getting ready for school, going to school, coming back, eating lunch, dinner, taking a nap, sleeping, playing games. Allah's obedience should be part of our life, even in these things, in all those matters of life. Why? Because we want our entire life to be Allah's worship, not just those teeny tiny parts of our life where we spend 5 minutes praying namaz and 10 minutes doing Quran. That is not the worship of a Muslim. That's why we are so different than anyone else. Our religion is different than any other religion because our religion does not distinguish between this is my professional stuff and this is my religious stuff. This is my school stuff and this is my religious stuff. Everything is a religious stuff. Okay, you have something, Miral, to say?
No, I was just going to say, what did you say? Because I by accident turned on airplane mode on my laptop.
Okay. So I was talking about how are we ungrateful and in what aspect are we ungrateful to Allah. We are not just ungrateful to Allah when we neglect our prayers or we neglect our reading Quran. Allah's obedience is supposed to be in every aspect of life, whether we are doing anything, we are eating, drinking, going to school, studying, and of course, praying and even sleeping. Allah's obedience is to be taken care of in all those matters. Okay, so, and the important thing is that if we start looking at our lives, it is not difficult to know where we lack because Allah said, we are ourselves witness on that. So it's not that somebody will come and tell us that, oh, you are so ungrateful to Allah. Being ungrateful to Allah means we are not obeying Allah. If we don't obey to Allah, that simply means we are not grateful. That's simply the same thing with the parents, right? When you don't obey them, when you don't listen to them, what does it mean? You're not grateful to them. You are not, appreciating them. Otherwise, you would have obeyed them. Same with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala means not grateful. And when we are into this ungrateful situation, we should always be thinking that Allah does not punish us on disobeying him like right away. Allah does not take away any of his blessings when we do that. This is very important because we take things for granted. We take things like, oh, I have this and this is mine. No, these things were never yours to begin with. Allah gave it to you. Whether it is something external, like, your house, your room, your toys, your computer, or it is something internal, like your eyes and nose and ability to talk and smell and hear. All these things are Allah's blessings and we need to be super grateful. And the way to be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is to obey Allah. Yes, Sumaya?
So this is kind of off topic, but like in my social studies assignment and like one of the lessons, like I think half the page has to do something with Islam, like trade, trading and stuff in the Silk Road. Yeah, it helped rise. Trade helped the rise of Islam. So like I was kind of shocked and stuff. That's why, and like some other stuff about Islam, like
okay, so
Prophet
how about
Muhammad.
Sumaya? Yeah, how about you set up some time with me? And if it's some assignment that I can help with, and yeah, I mean, trade did help spread Islam. So we can talk about that. But it's going to be a long topic. I will not be able to answer this in, just this class time. So maybe
it's not like a question. It's just something I want to say. It kind of surprised me
that the trade helped spread of Islam.
Yeah, and like there's like at least half a page about Islam on my homework.
Okay. Yeah, I want to ask you why. Okay, but I have an answer why, but I want you to think about it as well. Okay, so maybe yes, we should talk about that how these things help spread Islam, like for example, education, trade, and how they can still help spread Islam when things are done the right way. And this discussion is gonna go totally philosophical if I go into that route. But yeah, but I want to stay on this topic right now, where we talk about how we should remain grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. The last ayah, which we will inshallah continue and do tomorrow, is وَإِنَّهُ لِحُبِّ الْخَيْرِ لَشَدِيدٌ. And this also requires a little bit of, more explanation. And inshallah, I'm going to go ahead and talk about that tomorrow in more detail. But the reason why people are ungrateful and disobedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the main reason is love of wealth, love of things, the distractions, al-hakumut takathur, competition. All these things are the main reason of people being ungrateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, people forgetting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and being into things that they're not supposed to be. But we will talk in more detail on that. Sumaya, you want to say something?
Oh, that's all.
Okay, all right. Jazakallah khair for joining, inshallah. Tomorrow, do think about that. How is wealth is a problematic thing when obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tonight, when you lay on your bed, do think about that. How is wealth creating problems? Okay, and how can we avoid that? Okay, inshallah, jazakallah khair. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. So yeah, subhanakallah wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, inshallah.
Love to see you guys tomorrow.
Allah Hafiz.